there's all the reasons it's good to read to your kids, gives them a jump start and all those things. But I think also it instills a desire for lifelong learning and reading, but it also bonds my kids and I. I joined Instagram and I started seeing all of these, I think they call them bookstagrammers, posting 10 books for this and 20 books to read for that and all these things. And I thought it was so great. And I would click on it and it always sent me to Amazon. I was like, I want to buy this. And I thought, well, I really want to buy this, but I don't want to keep supporting Amazon. How can we do that? And so I had a dream talking to some elderly folks about their difficulty in finding books for kids and not knowing what to get. And then I dreamt one night and I woke up and I told my husband, I said, I just dreamt that we created this wholesome bookstore where everything in there is pre-read and wholesome, and grandparents and teachers and parents and everybody can trust anything they grab. And we have that for them. And he's like, well, let's do it.
Oh my goodness.
So we did it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is so cool. And I think, this is like every homeschool mom's like heart song is we love literature, we love books, but it is nearly impossible to find good books. Like the days of going to the library, and I want to talk about that a little bit later, feel like they're a little bit over. But today I really want to talk about not only the importance of reading to our kids, but the importance of what we read to our kids, right? And how important it is that we know what we're reading and that we're intentional. So can you just kind of open us up by talking about the importance of books in a kid's life, the importance of reading to children?
Oh man, and there's some people who didn't have any books when they were a kid.
Isn't that incredible?
I asked my dad, he said, well, I had Highlights magazine. I was like, well, Highlights magazine?
No way.
And I felt so spoiled with my childhood and all the books. But
that's so true.
There's all the reasons it's good to read to your kids, gives them a jump start and all those things. But I think also it instills a desire for lifelong learning and reading, but it also bonds my kids and I, and parents and kids. So when you start with babies on your lap and you're reading board books, or, they're older and you're reading chapter books, my mom used to do that with us. And that's that's a bond and memories that they'll have forever. So beyond the why you should read books to your kids is, just creating that loving bond with them and memories that they'll have forever.
Oh, for sure. And I think I love that. It is so bonding. It is so, even now I have older kids now, and it's unbelievable how when you get out a picture book, the older kids, my teenagers will like come over and they're curious and they're interested and they still love to sit and look at the picture books with my littles, right? And then we'll be into a chapter book and everybody just kind of naturally gathers around to listen. It's such an incredible bonding thing. And also just bonding over the stories where later, you're talking about something. Oh, remember that in that book? Remember that in that book?
It's true. It's true. I have great memories of my mom reading with us, and and to see the kids even now with stacks of books everywhere, they'll just plop down and read. And, we go to a used bookstore and they're so excited, and you're instilling that love with them, and they can learn anything if they know how to read.
Yes.
And love to read.
Yeah. Expand on that, because I think if we, like you said, there were people that maybe didn't have books, but I also hear a lot of families say, we can't afford all the curriculum that's out there, every kind of curriculum. And I always say, if you just have good books, you can learn every subject level through those books. So, share a little bit about just even your experience with diving into so many books, how, you hit every academic area with good books.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And I think growing up, we had that as well. I think my high school curriculum was all books. My mom bought it. It just came in as just this whole shelf. Just there's your high school curriculum. Boom.
That's amazing.
I think that was how it was growing up. But also, you're right. If you can't afford the curriculums, and your kid loves to read, well, goodness sakes, you can just dive right in. And we have on our website books sectioned out by category. So you can do history and then pick a war. So if you're studying a specific war with your kids, you can go there and find some books that will just, so much better than a textbook or a curriculum. You can just read the stories.
Totally. Only a homeschool mom would think to organize books like that, right?
It's been a lot of fun.
But you know what? It's true, because I remember when my kids were younger, I would be teaching them something, anything, right? And I feel like we'd get out the textbooks and we would talk about it and I'd lecture them on it. And it was like, I'd pound it in them and they weren't getting it. And then we'd pick a good book up. And all of a sudden, that was about that topic. They knew everything just from one book. And I realized really quickly, it's just the power of story. Like, I don't need history textbooks if they are reading really good literature and novels and story about that time period. It brings it so to life for them.
For me too. I've learned so much. I just read a book, The Declaration of Independence, that almost burned up in the White House. And the guy that, rescued it and all of the documents. I was like, I never knew this happened. And it's,
wow.
$9 paperback picture book that we sell. And it's like, I enjoyed the story as much as them. So I'm learning right alongside them. Yeah.
That's so true. I would agree. I would completely agree, but that's how it is with homeschool moms. I'm learning so much now that I'm like, how did I make it all the way through I was a public student, a public education and college, and I didn't know any of this stuff. And I can pick up a children's book and I learn all this incredible stuff.
Homeschool Insights is sponsored by CTC Math. If you're looking for a great online math program, visit ctcmath.com and try it for free. For more great homeschool inspiration and resources, listen to the Schoolhouse Rocked podcast every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday.